the Chief Executive of Cambridge Sustainable Food, and we're dedicated to creating lasting partnerships and driving transformative change in Cambridge.
Despite the tech issues, despite the rail strike, despite the accidents on our local motorways, we still had over 100 people come along to the conference today. It was fantastic to have all the people in one space with some amazing ideas and creative projects that are happening around the city. I'm really pleased that there's the engagement and there is a community practice in this city around solving food poverty.
I'm just taking away the passion in Cambridge to address food poverty and the amount of expertise that we have in our city and our organisations.
I got mainly today I have a lot of information because I work with the families. I am a community development officer for Cambridge City Council.
At the food bank we're very aware of how big the problem is, and we try to do what we can obviously to look to the long term for the solutions to the problem of food injustice, but it's really encouraging to see across the city the extent of the enthusiasm and activity there is already going on to try to combat the problem, because I think that's given me a real sense of optimism for what's possible in the future.
First of all, I really want to thank all the amazing volunteers and partners who have been working so hard to try and make Cambridge more fair in terms of food access. This is about food justice. I would like to encourage all businesses, and there are some who are working with charities, but large businesses, organisations, our universities, to work with partners and charities to ensure that people have enough to eat. It's having enough to eat, and also I'd really like to change the landscape here so that the food that people are eating is the highest good quality. We know that cheap, high fat, high sugar, very high carb foods are not what are going to sustain us and sustain us as a population long term.
I think the main points are that a lot of the problems that we've got in Cambridge are quite complex. You can't do it on your own. As a charity, the Carrier Foundation, we know that we've got to work with other groups as well. And I think when we work together and we have services that we can put together for our beneficiaries, then it makes a lot of those problems a little bit more simple. I think that's the main take-home, which is that we've got to really work together with a lot of the complex problems that we've got in the city. There's always some kind of new insight when you come to an event like this, that you just take home a couple of bullet points that if you hadn't had come then you wouldn't have noticed. So I think we've learned quite a lot here today, and I think we've understood that in partnership, in collaboration is the way forward. And I think the focus should always be the beneficiaries and the people that we help, and we shouldn't really lose sight of that.